Hi, how you doing? Good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, and it's good to have you on here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being on here. If you check in the comment section, the link has been posted. If you'd like to join, come on into the studio and let's have these conversations. Do also click on the link, and you'll be right here with me. Osagwe, for greetings to you. How you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast today. Thank you very much for being here. All right, a big shout out to mommy of all mommies, mommy diaspora. How you doing, dearest mama? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being on here. And yes, you. Thank you for being on here. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Whew. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you out there. It's a beautiful day, and it's good to have you here. Uwadile, how are you doing? Hi, hi, hi. It's good to have you on here. My people, make una come on. Let us reason together. So I am hearing that you people in diaspora are suing INEC and my dearest boo boo. Way to go. I tell you, this election looks like it is taking a difference. So quickly share this video, invite someone. There is a message out there. There is a message out there. Let's see if the Nigerians in diaspora can pull this. And this is a good move, by the way. Let's see if the election will be moved, if it would be suspended. Let's see how this will go. Welcome to this broadcast. This is the breakfast. This is the breakfast show, right? This is our newspaper review. All right. I don't know why I'm sweating so much. There's every form of this thing on here. Okay. All right. How you doing? How's your day going? How is your day going? Thank you. Oh, thank you. So, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, to each and every one of you, welcome to our newspaper review. Please give me a minute to, dap up. But welcome to our newspaper review. It's good to have you on here. Please do also like this broadcast, share, and invite someone as we move on. Thank you. Thank you very much, my amazing panelists. All right, thank you for being on here. I am greeting you in advance. Mommy Diaspora, I am doing just fine. Thank you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. So let's move to the business of the day. Yes, let's move to the business. Oh, yes, before we move into the business of the day, remember that we have the chat today. The chat comes up today by 1 p.m. Do well to join me on the chat. I remember last week, Monday, we talked about who is Peter Obi. That's the question. That was the question, who is Peter Obi? And from your submission, well, we were able to establish a thing or two from that broadcast. If you did not participate with us on the broadcast, please join us. You can watch a replay of it, and you get to participate in this one with us. Today we are looking at another presidential candidate. Well, your guess is as good as mine, right? Okay, today we'll be looking at another presidential candidate. I'll let you know in the course of the show. Welcome to our newspaper review. Please share, like this broadcast, share, and do what to support us as we go on. All right, let's move into the business of the day. Our first paper for today is The Punch. All right. On here we have diaspora Nigerians sue INEC over poll. Train attack victims demand federal government compensation. Queues grow, ex-depot price hits 235 naira per litre. Nigeria, others facing huge debt crisis, says World Bank. A new Naira, customers, companies panic as CBN slashes withdrawal limit. Over-the-counter weekly withdrawals now 100,000 naira for individuals and 500,000 naira for firms. POS terminal operators, that's POS, right? All right. They plan nationwide protest, says policy will kill businesses. Practical situation on the ground doesn't support this policy, and that's by SMEs and bankers. In a nutshell, Nigerians are complaining about this policy. See, it's almost like before we go to bed, all of us should just hold our hand and and say a prayer before we go to bed. Pray, fathers, we are going to bed. Let us wake up to Let us not wake up to anything that will destabilize us. Let's Bubu and his cohort, not bring up policies that will just destabilize us, in a way that will take us time to settle in. Okay, we'll continue reviewing the bunch. The side story there will be the breakdown of this new policy. And down here we have Lagos okays hijab for schools. PFN preaches peace. Soldier with fibroid tortured for attempting to resign. Federal government sets up panel to probe oil theft. All right, yeah, there we have that news. Then we'll take this story that has to do with the soldier. She joined the force. I think she joined the force in 2017 or 2007. One of those figures. Forgive me. So she joined the force, and then she realized that she had fibroid, and she wanted to opt out, to go take care of herself. To go take care of herself. She wrote to that effect. The very next day, she saw a senior officer, and she said she was coming out. She was going to have a bath, and she was in wrapper, and she saw this senior officer that she greeted, but the senior officer was offended because she did not greet him to the standard or to an acceptable manner. I think by his standard, or yeah, maybe by his standard, and he proceeded to beat her up. Story has it that he beat her up until what she had on the wrapper had to go off, and that's how people were able to come in and try to help her. And she has also had to face the humanizing situations in saying that, tendering a letter that she wants to exit the force. After this incident had happened, she had to go treat herself. She was there for 4 weeks, and let's not forget the backstory, fibroid. She had to go treat herself for 4 weeks. When she came back, she was told to go and apologize to this person, who, after the next day that that incident of beating her had happened, the next day he was redeployed to Ogun State. So she was told to go there and apologize to him. She said another person even beat her up and all that she's been facing one harassment. So she's out here crying out for help. So hopefully the military police and every other disciplinary committee that is involved in gets to see this, because this has made it to the papers, gets to see this and do something about this. Every human story, every human interest story that is on here, gets treated, in most cases they get justice. I mean, they make it to the paper. And I'm hoping that this case would also be looked into, and people will not wash their hands up and say we don't want military wahala. All right, let's see what other story. Yes, Lagos okays hijab for schools. And this is a court ruling that has just been effected by Lagos State government. It is not a new ruling. It is not a new bill. It has been effected. It's just been enforced here in Lagos. All right, so yeah, we woke up to hear the new cash CBN slashes withdrawal limit. So let's try to take this as it is stated on the pod. Dearest Sudoka Joy, how you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Good morning to each and every one of you. Afternoon and evening. So good to have you on the broadcast. Please do what to like this broadcast as we go on. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is new CBN policy on cash withdrawal limit at a glance. This is actually very explanatory. So individual over the counter. Now, before you could get 2.5 million naira weekly over the counter, and that would be daily limit of 500,000 naira. But now, weekly limit is 100,000 naira. That's for an individual. 100. That's it. So every day, not every day 100 naira. Every day is 100,000 naira. Really, honestly, 100,000 naira feels like 100 naira right now, and I am not trying to sound like one high-end chick right now. 100,000 naira feels like 100 naira in Nigeria today. So I don't know how this is supposed to sit. A family of four sure spends more. Family of four. A family of two, three sure spends more than 100,000 naira a week. Okay, so I don't know how this is supposed to, but this is the update going forward. But I want us to talk about this on the chat today. Samuel Olaka, how you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning to you too, Vine Maxwell. How you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. And before, for corporate accounts, over the counter, you could get as much as 15 million naira to as much as 3 million naira daily, and then weekly you could get as much as 15 million naira. But now it is 500,000 naira weekly for SMEs, for corporate accounts, that's organizations, yeah. That's what I'm saying. For business people, 500,000 naira weekly, but for individuals, it is 100,000 naira weekly. And then for POS, 20,000 naira per day. And that's why the POS people are saying that this will spoil business. See, these people charge, if you are going to withdraw as much as 10,000 naira, you pay 200 naira. So it would of course affect their business. Okay, this I'm restraining my own thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on this Naira redesign. It carry plenty this to come. So what end is this? Are we ready for this? Do we have what it takes? Because at times you go to the market and you can't even, you need cash. Market woman no want, they don't do POS. They don't do POS. Market women don't do POS. They don't do transfer. All those aged women. I mean, yeah. I mean, it feels like you want to dupe them. You want to use English and just scam them. So what happens? A bag of rice is how much? We are even saying all this was safe. Let the people that even have the money first even come out and talk. But then again, is this going to help us? Will this make our lives any easier? Because over time, the government has a way of, just stifling life for us, just making life hard for us. Let's see how this plays out. And if they are trying to curtail, what is it called, money laundering, they're trying to curtail money being outside, money being, these people are not people who even go to the bank. These people are not the ones that go to withdraw 10 million. These people sit at the comfort of their homes and the bank managers takes the money to them. So at this point, who will they do? At this point, who will they do? Really? All the monies that are out there, how did they get the money? Did they print the money themselves? So why are they putting laws that would, and this would take effect from 9th of January? And also, denominations now will be in 200 naira. Do you understand what that is? 200 naira. They already said that 500 naira is going to be scarce, blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, I never thought question it happen. Are you, no, this doesn't look like, see, all this propaganda, all these things that they are putting in place, all this, we need to really question it. This act will make, especially these market women, not to be putting their money in the banks anymore. I mean, this, everybody will start hoarding the cash that they have. Then they'll be giving to 200 naira. Get ready to be, they are going to have mostly 200 naira in circulation. Shouldn't I say money no day? What is really happening? Our monies, are they safe? All this new money policy that is, initially the foundation level, it looks like they've got our interest at heart. Then when you look at the bigger picture, you're asking yourself, what's happening? All right, let's see what other story we are here to take. Okay, this is no, at this point, this is no news anymore. The first casting looks like there is, it looks like it will keep lingering for a long time. What seems not to have been stable, the first casting seems to have been stable, seems to have found, a good ground, a very comfortable place to thrive here. But another thing that is yet to find a balance is the price. The prices are so irregular, so So it's not constant. Today you have this figure, tomorrow you have that figure, and that's the only thing people are even complaining about. People are not complaining about the queues anymore. I think we are now, trying to align ourselves to the queue and plan our way around our life, around going to use 2 hours to be on the queue. All right, let's follow that. Train attack victims. Okay, this Abuja Kaduna train attack victims. As the federal government, you see, the federal government have gone on ahead to resume or to commence movements, operations in that sector. But if you look at the people that were kidnapped, what is it that the government, do for these people? Are they checked? Do they meet a psychologist? What measures? And these are people that have stayed there for months. Do the government think they will just walk out of there and their jobs are still waiting for them? Have they been able to pick up their own lives? Have they been able to? It's a good thing to see that, they are asking for compensation. And I really hope that they get it. I hope that they can fight this. The government, they need to. If they are going to be paying terrorists, they should be ready to pay the people that are being kidnapped. So since they don't want to do anything, if they think paying people is the best way to go about it, then as you are paying the terrorists, when you're coming out, get ready for the government to pay you. So this is good. Every victim that has been kidnapped, anybody should come out and join this cause. They need to be responsible. The new Naira redesign, I don't know how it is supposed to help people from being kidnapped and being used as ransom. Some people are still there in Zamfara kidnapped. They are waiting for the new Naira to be out. So now, these people, if their families cannot get as much, so they get to kill them or they get to reduce the money, at the end of the day, it's still a win-win for the kidnappers. So what is the federal government doing about? Are they seeing those? Looks more like these ones matter most, or these ones matter more than than you and I. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from over here. It looks like these terrorists, these bandits, they matter more to these people than us. Because it doesn't make sense. It's unfair. It's unfair. And then you have somebody saying that I will continue with what this government or what Buhari's administration has done. And even better, seeing on the news that diaspora Nigerians sue Buhari and they've sued INEC, and they're asking that they be made to vote or they suspend the election. And this is a very welcome development, I tell you. And their charge is that INEC had enough time to prepare and plan for them. Of what use was all of these people coming down for BVN, also striving to get their NIN, and they cannot use either of those documents to prepare PVCs for these people. There are thumbprints. What other identification is bigger than NIN? Well, it's good to say, and let's see how this plays out. They're saying that they are being denied their constitutional rights if they don't allow them vote, do everything possible, and that INEC had enough time, and they still have enough time to see to it that they are able to vote. This one sweets me. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, we'll be taking another paper. All right, we'll be taking another paper. Let's see what the Tribune says. Let's see what Tribune has for us this morning. On Tribune, we have 2023 elections not make or break for Nigeria, and that's by Sultan. Says there are doubts over free, fair elections, can president. Lagos government to enforce Supreme Court's ruling on use of hijab in schools. NULGE challenges Buhari to track federal government's allocation to local governments from 2015 to 2023. The whole Nigeria will just explode. like Buhari will not. He won't. It won't. This will be a good thing to see. This will really be a good thing to see. Let's see. No. This will just open our governors. It will just open them up, and it will do us so much good. I wish we can push for this and move for this to be so. Nigerians in diaspora sue Buhari. INEC asks courts to stop 2023 elections. Reps kick against federal government's decision to halt $14.4 billion east-west rail line project. CBN pegs weekly cash withdrawal at 100,000. Anxiety grips traders at cents. Limits cash withdrawals to 20,000 naira per day. 20,000 naira per day. Are they joking? With the whole network issue that people have been having, that IT people they are relocating, leaving the country. People, the cash that people are literally managing the cash that they have, and they're limiting. We are not thriving. We've not gotten to that place. The network is not even very fluent in Nigeria. All right, 200 now highest ATM denomination, effective date January 9th, 2023. This one, they're just rushing us and choking all these things. We don't have this. Why? No, I think this administration should just leave everything. They shouldn't do anything. They should just leave. Let the incoming ones do. They should do a review. They should get busy and start checkmating all the things that they should just start taking a review or a census of their project and everything, and make sure that everything is here. Because this last minute, so is it now that Godwin Emefiele, Nana he just done am say na CBN governor him be no be presidential aspirant anymore. Nana he just comot him head. Okay, good morning to you, Mr. Godwin Tabadie. I hope you've had a good sleep because you've slept for so long, sir. Here we have 25 million Nigerians may face food crisis by August 2023. Muslim tickets won't work. APC has failed Northerners, and that's by Shagari. All right, let's see what story that we are here to take on here. We've taken every story on here, aside from the very obvious ones. Okay, we'll be moving on to, there's no new story on here to take, so we'll be moving on to Daily Sun. This will be our last paper for the day. If you're just joining us, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Please like the broadcast. Like this broadcast. Thank you very much. Okay, CBN. Yes. Everybody is talking about this. But do well to know that this is our hot topic for the chat. So we have limited time to dwell on this topic. So my amazing panelists, I greet you and I say thank you for being on here. IPOP dispels 5-day sit at home rumor, says people have rights to collect PVCs. Executive order: Osun community moves to replace deposed monarch. New Naira note: CBN pegs weekly bank withdrawal at 100,000 Naira. Here we have, yes, ASU's rival, Cornwall, threatens to sue federal government over unpaid salaries. Okay, so this one sweets me actually. This one sweet me. The same Cornwall that federal government wanted to use to pepper ASU, and this is the same Cornwall that says that they don't. Okay, they say they will not protest. They didn't say they will not sue. They only say that they don't protest. Okay, but you see, they're suing. All right, if people should bring it on, it's good. Bring it on, because they don't just sit down and think thoroughly of the policies that they are implementing. They're not far-sighted. They just see that no. We need to do better with our lawmakers, with our reps. It's on us. It's on us. Look at the people representing us. Look at the calamity, the chaos. Look at everything. Here we have NBA boycotts call to bar ceremony. Body of benchers warn NAS against proliferation of law school. North retaining power dangerous, says Omeade, Abga presidential candidate. Insist power must shift to southeast. Aregbesola kinsmen dissolve faction, seek reintegration into Osun APC. All right, APC LP candidates fight over manifestos. That's as much as we have on our newspaper review today. Thank you for joining us. All right, just this one story talking about IPOP dispelling 5-day sit at home rumor, says people have right to collect PVC. So to the beautiful people, right? IPOB has come to dispel that there was I don't know. I think at this point, whoever is impersonating this is Nigeria, wow. There's a body impersonating IPOB and saying all these things to scare the people. Well, it's good that they are out to always debunk whatever I said. But what I don't understand is when there are attacks and they said, police will say IPOB, did this to INEC office, raises INEC office on fire and all of that. You don't get IPOB coming out to say no, we didn't do it. It would be good to have them dispel these rumors. But when it has to do with threatening the people, they're always there to say no, we didn't say this, and that's good. All right, so you have the chance to go out and get your PVCs. Yeah, IPOB are saying that it's a rumor and saying you have the right to get your PVC, and they're not getting in the way of that. So let no fear stop you from getting your PVC. Please, if you are here to take out time, know your centers, your locations, and go get your PVC. Please get your PVC. Get your PVC. Insist on, if you registered, right? Insist on getting it. All right, thank you very much. Brother Nice, how you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Ima. Shalom, everyone. Shalom, shalom to everyone. Both in the comment section, those on the platform. Shalom, everyone. Yeah, Miss Ima. So, what do you want us to talk about? The the issue of this thing, voting, right?
Yeah, the diasporas, the move made
Hello,
by diasporas to halt the process. Yeah.
are you hearing me?
Brother Nice, I can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you. Go ahead, Brother Nice.
Hello, Miss Ima.
Brother
I
Nice,
I
we
was
can
can
even
hear
thinking
you. Go
about
ahead.
it.
hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm speaking right now. So I said this diaspora action is a welcome development, because I don't see any reason why this our government will not allow us in diaspora to vote. You understand? It's very simple. It's easy for them to make it possible for us to vote in diaspora. You know, because in other country, it's possible for their citizens to vote wherever they are, where they live all over the world. They can vote. It's very simple. It's embassy. Everybody can go to their embassy to vote wherever they live, and that vote will be counted. So I don't see any reason why our government will restrain us from voting. My house is just close to embassy. It's just easy for me to drive to the embassy and make my and vote, then go back home. So I don't know. It's like they just did it for a reason, because they know that we in the diaspora, we have a lot of exposure, and they know if they allow us to vote, many of these corrupt leaders, they will not have any chance to be in power. That's the reason why they don't want us to vote. They just do it deliberately. And I know any responsible government that will come into place will put those things in place. Everybody can go to their embassy to vote. In Canada, Canadian citizens can vote in country where I live here. They can vote. Irish people can vote in US. Whenever they have their election. So it's possible. I don't see any reason. Even to the extent that even me myself, it's like I will be planning to even sue this government. You understand? Very soon, me and my people here in Highland, we need to sue this government. We will start with our ambassador. You understand? In Highland here, because this thing is just they just did it purposely. You know, how can we just be here? Do you know how many millions of Nigerians that live in diaspora? The only time they only talked about us it is when they want to remake money from us. Then deny us of our franchise, which is not right. You know, so we need to start suing these people. everybody, any country where you live in diaspora, start suing them. Sue your ambassador first. Then from your ambassador, the message will get to the Nigerian government. You understand? So this our ambassador here, we need to sue him first here. So that is just the truth.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, there's only other one to deliberate on.
Yeah, I mean, there's the big story that every paper is talking about. That's the Naira. I mean, still has to do with this Naira redesign. So now, for an individual, your cash limit from January 9th is going to be 20,000 Naira. And in a week, you can't have more than 100,000 Naira cash withdrawal for an individual, but for corporations, banks, schools, offices, corporations, you have 500,000 naira weekly. And what's your take on this? I don't know. I'd like to, I'd like to have this question for people that are majorly on ground, who gets to buy things, and you get to know that, I mean, just buying provision alone for the house is taking, and the network are not good. I mean, sometimes I am here and some of you cannot even hear me. Sometimes you can't use your card to pay for some things. The other day I was at a fuel station. I was there for over 2 hours. It got to my turn. They said POS no, they were. Do you know how heartbreaking that was?
That is the reason why I wanted to say that. Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to say that it has advantage and disadvantage, this decision. You understand? Especially a country like Nigeria that is not cashless country. So how are they going to do that? A country where this thing automatic machine is not working, like what you just said right now. What are they going to do when a machine will tell you the sometimes that dollar is not, they don't have dollar, they don't have this thing Naira. So this if it's a country like developed country like Western world here, that decision is very nice. That is because this place, nobody hold cash here. It's a cashless country, so everything is with your account. Anything you do is digital, is through your this thing, your bank card. That is where you transfer. Even though it's $1 million, you can transfer it with your bank card. But like country like Nigeria, when people hold money than using card, how many people even have card in Nigeria? Credit card. How many people have it in Nigeria? So those are the things they have to look. Those are the area they have to look before they take any decision. You understand? So
All right, but
that country, all those things are not functioning. Their machines are not working. I know a lot of diaspora that went there that were complaining. If they want to withdraw money, you always give them limited this thing money they have to withdraw. So all those things, they have to think of it before they take any decision. The system is not working. They are giving decision. That's just it for now. Thank you.
all right, thank you very much for your submission, Brother Nice. Thank you. Samuel, like I say, sometimes I wonder how Nigeria has very senseless and funny laws, such as diasporans should not vote. Do we really have a national assembly? That's one of the most irrational law I can't understand. Mr. Niger, how you doing, sir? It's good to have you on here.
Good morning, Iman. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, my Nigeria family and Nigerians across. This topic to me is a very important one, so I thought I should come in and also give my own opinion on this particular one, especially on the Naira decision. Yes, I can see Mother of All is already there with us right there. Good morning to you, Mommy. Thanks very much for joining us this morning. And I can see more people right there. Osabo Konrai. I can see Wadia, Wadele, okay. Udoka Joy Alozie, Vima as well. Good morning, Sami Olaka. I can see you right there. Good morning, my people. I appreciate you all. I can see Shooks, DA Usadolo is right there with us. Thank you very much. Ima, you're doing a great job, and I'm very, very proud of you. Thank you very much. All right. My people, you see, this matter of this CBN limit cash withdrawal. I understand a lot of people are disappointed. On this particular one, you see the way my brother talk just now, Brother Nice. I believe everybody have their own opinion on this. So I'm also going to give my own opinion, especially I spend more time in Nigeria. I know how it is over there. Although we must also know that no matter the decision that have been taken by any government in the world, some will be rejoicing, while some will be very, very sad. But it's a decision, it's a law, is the law and order. So even the COVID-19 that just passed away, a lot of people benefited from it, while a lot of people were affected. In fact, a lot of people were also a lot of people died. So what I'm going to say here is that on this particular one, I support it. The reason why I'm supporting CBN on this, although we don't have the facility, like Brother Nice said, the facility to follow up with this. For example, the network failing, like Ima also said, the network failure and all that. So people are going to be affected in this area. Okay, let me put my my own opinion straight. You see, every one of us as Nigerians are already started abusing Naira. We don't have single respect for Naira anymore, even though we know that the country is not working, but it's not enough for us to finish the country. Why do I have to say this? People now spray in parties with 1,000 Naira, our biggest, 1 minute more people, our biggest notes, people now use it to spray in parties. And when you go to parties, you see people on the door, you know, or on the car park or whatever, selling Naira. They hold bunch of 1,000 Naira, 500 Naira, and 200 Naira, even maybe 100 Naira bundles. They're selling it for people. You buy 1,000 Naira, you buy 1,000 Naira for 150. That's 1,000 Naira bundle is 100,000 Naira. You buy it for 150,000 Naira. Okay, or you buy 50,000 Naira note, a bundle, you buy that, I think, for 70,000 Naira or so, you know, and so on. Now we're getting somewhere. This cash withdrawal will stop those kind of rubbish. People can't go to people's party and be spraying like lunatics anymore. You know, you see one person will spray 3 million Naira in one party. We've talked about this before in the past. Some people came on by saying, it's our tradition, it's this, it's that. It's okay. Like I said, this is my opinion. And everybody have their opinion on this particular topic today. I'm focusing on the Naira. Any other topic you people can talk about. I'm just going to talk about this. We are not going to be seeing people spraying 2, 3 million or even 10 million Naira in the party. And 2, kidnappers. Ima talk about kidnappers and all that, the people that have been kidnapped and all that, how they're going to get their money, blah, blah, blah. Listen, obviously, the victims are going to be affected at this beginning time. Okay? But it's going to get to time that kidnappers will know if you kidnap somebody, you are only kidnapping this person to kill the person. There's every reason that you might not get the money. Except the kidnapper have account in abroad. Even in abroad, in the UK where I am today, we are cashless here. I've been in UK now for the past 2 months. I've only withdrawn £10 since I came, £10. And guess what? That £10 is in my wallet. I have not used it. I just put it there for in case. It's right there. I withdraw £40 3 years ago when I was going to Nigeria. I withdraw that £40 from airports. I left it in my 20 pounds too. I left it in my wallet. I went to Nigeria. I spent about a year. I came back. Then I spent about 3 months or 4 months in the United Kingdom. That £40 was still with me. Then I went back to Nigeria with the same £40 again. Then I came back again. Now is when I came last. I now get to use the £40. What do I use it for? On a taxi. What I'm trying to say here is that we will get there. Buhari government have failed. We understand this. But for us to get to where we want to be, people are certainly going to be hurt. If you know that you are only allowed to withdraw 20,000 naira per day, then everybody have to start doing transfer and all that. And then for the government, they have to make transfer network and cash machine and all that money to be available. Transfer, especially. Because sometimes when you're transferring money in Nigeria is a big headache. You go, wait. You'll be carrying your phone like this. You'll be carrying your phone like this until the transfer will go through. These are the area government needs to work on. If they are only just putting this law, they are not going to work on their network and all that, then the people will suffer. But if they will work on that, it's the best decision. In a week, you are only allowed 200,000 naira as cash. Is a perfect decision. To me, it is. So I thought I should give my own opinion on this. So I would like to hear from others.
Ms. Ima, please let me just quick ask Mr. Najawash this question.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Why can't the government put it in the public space, like all this bank and in the airport said that only all those money they are spraying in those party events is prohibited in Nigeria. Anybody that is
they have done it before, brother. Nice. They have done that so many times, but people don't obey it. You know, even the practice of, let me divert a little bit, even the practice of gayism and all that, people, you know, I don't want to mention those words. There's law against it, but we see our people still doing this thing in Nigeria. All right. So I believe now the only people you are going to be held responsible now when you see bunch of cash from anybody is the bank. So it's better like that. Let the bank be punished. If, for example, you find 10 million naira in my hand, let the bank be punished. Who is bringing the cash out? If it's the bank manager, like Iman said the other time, or whatever, then they will be punished. If you have to put it in every place, oh, nobody should spray anymore. The law is already there. People don't respect this anymore. Even now, people don't even spray the money. They are spraying bundles now. They take bundles of 50,000 and be throwing it.
That is what I'm saying. That one is too bad. Seeing all those people, what is their name? All those guys that is doing events, spraying money in bunches. That is what I don't like. So they have to put it, the government has to put a strict law. It has to be prohibited. Anybody that is caught, straight to prison. Direct, no negotiate. So for what you just said now, Mr. Najawa, the only solution for people now is for them to be carried anywhere you are going. You need to withdraw 20,000 naira and put it in your bag so that anytime kidnapper kidnap you, you negotiate with them with that 20,000 naira. That's the only solution now.
Anyway, for me, I support this law, although a lot of people are going to be affected. Even both the neutral people, the innocent people, especially like Iman say, if you want to go to the market and all that, but every mama and all that, papa, whoever that is selling in the market should have access to their phone and let transfer be going on. Cash, you know, there's a lot of crimes going on in Nigeria due to, you know, the availability of cash. So that's just the fact. I'm not speaking for the CBN as somebody asking me on the comment section, but I'm saying that, yeah, my own opinion, that's what we started with at the beginning of this conversation. So I believe, for me, I support this. If they can work on the network, let everybody be doing transfer and hold a little bit of cash. If not, kidnapping is going to continue. You know, if anybody kidnap anybody now, you know that the way you're going to get money is going to be a problem. You know, even transfer, the transfer also have limits. So for me, I support this. Thank you. Ima, back to you.
All right, Mr. Niger, thank you. Thank you for coming in and thank you for your submission. Okay, yes, while this is a good and welcome development, I just think that things have not been put in place. Let's have the basic. If they kidnap my father, my son, my husband, I mean, I would do anything possible. Why would I stay back because of some policy of some government that have failed in security? Now is not a good time. They should deal with insecurity. They should deal, because people should not be dying because of some people's I mean, these are still your choices that will be affecting us. Let's consider this much people. Let's also remember that it is not a case of one person being kidnapped. They usually will kidnap people in hundreds, or in twos or in threes or in tens. So how many people more would have to die? And it's easy for us to say this, unless it is one of us. Which of us should have to bear for the sake of the country? Let them kill whoever they want to kill and let this money policy stand. Are they thinking of us at all? They should do their own bit. Why are looters their problem?
Okay,
Looters,
Ima.
what this problem, Mr. Niger? We need to be alive first of all.
All right, Ima, I will support you on that. The insecurity is just growing every day. Yesterday, I was told that 4 people kidnapped in Lagos as well. In fact, kidnapping has become a lucrative business now for many people. All these bandits in Nigeria, they really need to work on that. But I'm not sure that this government can still do much on that. This is the reason why we all are fighting now to have a new government, and that government have to be Peter Obi, because if he's going to be Tinubu or Atiku, the kidnapping situation is going to continue, and everything that is bad right now is going to get worse. So let's try somebody new and see how that can go. But this Naira redesign I did not support it, but the Naira limit, I support that. And I have a comment quickly that I would like to respond to. Mr. Rita Okun said that Nigeria was worried about people building houses and need more money to buy materials and pay workers. Yes, on that one, every one of us have passed through that. It's also transfer. Even before this law, many, except maybe you were still living on the old style. We all have passed through that, which we are not supposed to come here and be talking about. Your workers is, you pay all of them by transfer, all of them. If you want to have workers on site, you're not going to have more than 20 workers on site, a maximum that is working, except maybe you are doing, 1 minute, except maybe you are doing decking. When you are doing decking, that's when you have lots of people on site. When you are doing setting, you don't have more than maximum of 7 or 8 people on site. So when you are doing roofing, you don't have more than 4 or 5 people on site, no matter how big is the building. So when you are doing a decking, foundation, those are when you need more people. So we should learn to transfer money, and we all have been doing that even years now, even before now. So I'm not sure the Naira limit will affect that at all. I'm not sure that will affect that. But the only area that I support is what Ima said and Brother Nice. One, the network is failing. Even from here, I was transferring money from UK yesterday from a Nigerian account. It failed more than 3 times. 4 days ago, the same thing, it failed. So these are the areas they need to work on, because a lot of people are going to suffer for this area, the network failing and so on. But for the insecurity that Iman just mentioned, I'm sorry, Iman, we cannot get that from this government anymore, because they have just less than few months to go. We are not going to certainly get that. So let's wait for the new government, which is Peter Obi. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Niger. Well, you've spoken the bitter truth. We are surely not getting that from this government. We'll move on to the next panelist. Mr. Vine, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Let's have your submission in 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Emma. Good morning to my co-panelists, and good morning to those in the comment section and those that are watching us all over the places. You see, like I said in the comment section, another name for Nigeria is confusion. As the day passes by, they keep confusing themselves and Nigerians with irresponsible policies.
Mr. Vine, yes, please. Please do well to take that back. Another name for Nigeria is Nigeria, please.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Because you see, you cannot just hold back. You can't just hold back the things that are happening. And when you see most of these things and you hold back to it, this is one of the things I'm talking about. You must call it the way it is. Is it who is going to protect? Who is going to protect the Nigerian people and their past? What security has this government provided for their people? Is it the Nigerian people that are going to pay the price of their cluelessness and incompetence? I mean, is it the Nigerian people that are going to pay for it? You are bringing up a monetary policy that is going to retrieve some money from the people. It is going to be bad, and it is going to. What is the responsibility of the government? Is it not these monies that they want to control? Unquote, they want to control these monies. What is the duty of the the Bank of the Central Bank of Nigeria in regulation? Who are paying these monies? Where are these monies going to? Why will Nigerians, the ordinary trader in the market, be made to bear, the brunt of their inefficiencies and incompetence? This is my problem. This is my problem because even right here in Ghana, it's a cashless. As poor as we are and small as tiny as we are, some people who used to tell me in the comment section, Ghana is a tiny place, you can't compare it with Nigeria. As tiny as we are, you cannot see these things. As poor as we are, you can't see these things happening. How many times have you heard that people are kidnapped in Ghana? Apart from the 2 Nigerians that did it few years ago here. And they were caught. They even moved from here to Nigeria and caught them in Nigeria. In connection with the people over there. Why are you using all these things?
Mr. Van Maxwell, Mr. Van Maxwell, those 2 Nigerians were caught, and since that time, it has never happened again in Ghana.
Yes, yes, sir. This is what I'm trying to say. You have an irresponsible government. A government that sees you, that is happy when you are killed. A government that is, that cannot take responsibility of their incompetence, but, lowered it to the ordinary Nigerians. Why would Nigerians be? This is why I'm angry with Nigerians. You see it, you can't speak. You see it, you cannot speak. And when they begin to, unleash this mayhem on you people, on one man, tomorrow they will do it to the next person. What kind of government do you have in that country that incapable of protecting their own people? These herdsmen came here. I always tell you this thing. The herdsmen came to Ghana here in a place they call Agogo, in Ashanti region. They were murdering, slaughtering people, destroying farms. If there is nothing this president did that time for me, that alone was enough for me to at least clap for him, because he chased them away and introduced what they called Operation Cowleg and Operation Cam Life, and destroyed them at that particular place. You cannot use your business to suffer other people and make them to pay with their lives. What government do you have in that country that is incapable of protecting you? As long as the government is incapable of protecting you, this kind of, let me call it, ill thought policies will always come out to you people, and we will come here and begin to deliberate on it. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, Mr. Vimax, so you sent me on an errand, and I just might have to bring a report back to you of just from one of your headlines here from BBC News Pidgin. Pastor and local chief allegedly kidnapped mother and buried trainee nurse inside house for Ghana. So that's just to recount just what you said.
Yes, you see, I did not say, Sister, I didn't say, there is no insecurity in this place. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is the prevalence of which these crimes have been committed.
I just want you to take it back that the last time there was kidnapping in your country, it was done by Nigerians, because you said this was 2 years ago. This happened in September 2022.
If you see that, Pastor, it was a hoax. The woman pretended. If you go down, it happened in a place in the I think in Tamale or thereabout, northern region. If you go down and read down there, they are still investigating. The woman has been captured, and he has been arrested and detained. She is going to court for faking. This was a woman that was pregnant, pretending to be pregnant. Right now, she is there. She has confessed. She has confessed.
Okay.
Mr. Van Maxwell. This is not for a back and forth. I'm just saying that that was a strong statement for you to have said that the last time something like this happened in your country, it was done by us. This is just to refute that. I mean, it's there in the papers that the last time you people had something like this was on the 21st of September 2022. So it is safe to say that you have this
Well,
happening by your own people and not by Nigeria. Let's just leave it at that. Thank you very much. So we'll be moving on to some other person. Please put your mic on mute, sir. Mr. Chubuzo, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for your patience. Let's have your submission.
Yeah, good day, good day, everyone listening. Good day, panelists. Mr. Niger Watch, thank
Come
you.
back to you. I'm sorry, you're in a
Mr.
noisy environment.
Yeah, they are preaching for us here. There's a lot of preaching going on, so that's
Okay,
why,
so
you know.
it's
So,
you excuse yourself or I come back to you.
but can you hear me?
Your
Or can you hear
background
me
is
now?
okay, this
Can you
is
hear me now?
better. All
Okay,
right.
right. What I just want to add up in what we're discussing here is there is one problem Nigerians we don't get it on. I advocated for something here. If you can remember last time, I was the one advocating for cashless country in this because of this insecurity. And now, look at our central bank coming with a crooked way of introducing a kind of a cashless way of transaction. And when you look at our Nigerian system of banking, that our system is way behind. We are not up to standard to the way we are advocating it to be. Because when you look at now what you just read, how much every corporate should withdraw. Okay, fine. Look at the people in the village. How are they having access to the bank? Look at the old mamas, old papas in the village. How are they having access to the bank? How are they going to cooperate? Because currently what they are doing right now, they are using their cash to make a transaction. But now you are introducing a policy that America have for a very long time, Britain have it for a very long time, into a society that does not have electricity, doesn't have a road, doesn't have a network, doesn't have anything to make that work. You see, so now if I was to advocate another one, I will advocate Nigeria to make sure that make it a mandatory that if this thing is to be worked to succeed, we need to make a mandatory that everybody in Nigeria must have a bank account. It must be a must, so that this very thing we are advocating can be able to succeed. Because if we don't do all these things, forget it. Whatever this central bank governor and Buhari is planning, this is a fairy story. This is a phantom talk. It's not going to work because our system, our infrastructure does not support all these applications they are trying to implement. You know, so we have to be a little bit very, very careful on that. So that we can be able to know exactly what we are doing. Because if we introduce a cashless country, believe me, this banditry will stop automatically. All these kind of criminal activities will stop automatically. I remember last time when people are going to Lagos or Kaduna or wherever to go and buy stuff, they used to use a cash. There was armed robbery along the road. But today, because of the banking system have changed, those things does not occur anymore. Now they update their game to banditry, kidnapping. So if we can do this cashless country, make a mandatory that everybody in Nigeria must have a bank account. It's a mandatory. Even though you are born today, they must give you a bank account, so that we will use that platform and, upgrade our implementation
Mr.
that we are trying to
Shubuzo,
implement. Right.
Mr. Shubuzo, Mr. Shubuzo,
Okay,
thank you
thank you.
very much for
Yeah,
your submission. I would like to add to it because you asked a question that the people in the village and all that, the people in the village, they don't use the bank. Most of them, they have the cash with them at home. They don't go to the bank. And apart from that, if you're allowed to 100,000 naira a week, I believe is enough because whatever profit you are making, don't take it back to the bank, especially when you know that there's a limit of withdrawal or in the bank. So I'm not sure it's going to affect our mothers in the village in any ways. It's just going to be from the beginning because many of them don't use the bank. And I'm also going to support you And I like the fact that you are supporting this policy only if everybody in Nigeria can have a bank account. Because you just mentioned, you reference back to when people used to stop vehicles, buses and all that, taking the money from them that they are taking to the market. But now it doesn't happen anymore. They are not focusing on kidnapping. Certainly, this policy is going to stop kidnapping. Trust me, because when they kidnap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the money they are not getting it back, how many people can you kill? Then they will move away from this dubious and satanic way of kidnapping people and start maybe something else. Thank you. I just wanted to add to that.
All right, thank you very much for that. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast. Fred, Reem, how you doing? It's good to have you. Chooks, good to have you on here. Of course, dearest Mama, thank you for being on here with us. Thank you to Mataya. How you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Michael, I see you right there. Omorodion Kingsley, good morning to you too. Thank you for being here. Olugoju Flora, thank you for being here. All right, thank you very much to each and every one of you. Please take out time to like the broadcast if you are yet today. Also, Dolo, thank you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Do want to join us by 1 p.m. on the chat today. So today we'll be talking about I know we're running a series as we draw closer to the election period. Yesterday we took the Labour Party presidential candidate, and we asked the people of Nigeria on here, who is Peter Obi? And there was a unified answer, and that makes progress, right? Today we'll be talking about who is Tinubu. Yes, he's the president, one of the presidential candidates, and let's see if we'll have 2 or 3 people say the same thing about this person, talking about from his month of birth to his date of birth to his year of birth to to everything that precedes him. This is a conversation for every Nigerian. Now, this is not just a conversation for just Labour Party, just to be there. For every Nigerian, we are talking about our incoming president. We need to hear these things. We need to have this conversation. So please do well to invite people on this broadcast. Yes, let's catch your view on the presidential candidates as we move towards the election. So please do well to join me. And of course, we have other human interest stories to take on here. So my panelists, thank you for today. It's been quite a section, but I say thank you to each and every one of you. Please do well to join me by 1 p.m. I come to you for your final submission, being that we've come to the close of the broadcast. Brother Nice.
Yeah, Miss Ima. Yeah,
Okay.
Miss Ima, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
We seem to not touch the human interest story we have on the porch today. That has to do with the military officer who is being dehumanized and punished for saying that she wants to leave the force. Okay, but Maxwell is also here. Is it supposed to be life-threatening to leave the force, or there is more than what Nigerians know about this issue? Brother Nice.
Yeah, I will leave that answer to Mr. Maxwell because that is his feed. So I'm not a military man.
Let's have give us an idea of how it works.
You said?
I'm talking to Mr. Vine Maxwell. Please mute your mic, Brother Nice. Mr. Vine.
No, wait, please. Before I give you the answer to Mr. Maxwell to answer, I have a question to ask Mr. Maxwell first. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, Mr. Maxwell, when we were talking about this kidnapping issue, so I think I heard something like the last kidnapping you guys had in Ghana was a Nigerian person or something like that. So do you want to tell me that there's no Ghanaians that is doing kidnapping in Ghana, or there's no crime in Ghana? I want you to clear that for me.
No, bro, I will not tell you that Ghana is crime-free. We have a lot of crime that is committed here, but it is not as prevalent as it is in other places. We still have the low crime rates, I think, in Africa, if not the best as well. And the 2 kidnapping, incidents we have here, the first one within this time, let me just say 10 years now, is by these people that I mentioned. My countrymen from the other side that I mentioned. and the police followed them. If the police and the government of Ghana will liaise with the government of Nigeria and the security system and enter into Nigeria and brought these people back here for trial, why wouldn't Nigeria do the same in their own land? This is where I got angry. This is where I got infuriated when I'm speaking the way I speak. When I speak the way I speak, I mean to say, see, this particular woman pretend is she lied according to what is going on now in the western region in Takrady. The lady lied, and it's a scam.
I'm sorry, that's
it's a scam. So to go to what you asked,
all right, Mr. Vine, please, I'm not bringing up that story on here. We're talking about two different things on here. But Brother Nice, I guess he has answered your question, right? So we can move on.
Yeah, he answered the question already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, Mr. Vine, I wanted you to also take on this question. I don't know if you were here during when I shared this story with a soldier with fibroid that's tendered a letter of resignation due to on health grounds, saying that she has fibroid that she wants to leave, but she has been beaten to nakedness twice by her superiors because of that. Is that how it is, or there is more to this story? Is it not that easy to break away from the military
system? You see, military in the first place is a voluntary job. You volunteer to join. You were not constricted. And you can decide to leave anytime, even if you are not due for pension. They will pay you off. Once you decide to leave, the army have no right. They have no right to hold you, because the reason is allow this person that has shown lack of interest in the service, because you are going to issue that person with weapons. If he is frustrated, after maybe you might have refused him or her from going, he or she might commit, serious crimes that can lead to death. So that is why it is called a voluntary work. You volunteer to come, you can also volunteer to go. If you are not up to 15 years, according to the papers, you are not due for pension when you resign. But when you are within, let's say, you have not gotten up to the 15 years, you will be paid off. There will be no pension. But once you cross 15 years or hit the 15 years mark, then you are a pensioner, and they have no right to hold you. For this woman, she has what we call medical condition. People have been retired on medical ground, what they call Medivac. If this woman goes to the hospital and it's something that she cannot continue with, the paper, the government, the authority warrants her to leave on what we call Medivac. That is how it is. For someone to go and beat this lady up is unacceptable. And if Nigerians did not do something to these people that perpetrated this evil on her, then I don't know what to say again. Or will it also go like the NSAS people that they cannot find till today? Nobody knows how it is going. This woman must find her redress. I believe that they cannot give her opportunity for redress in the army. No, the civil organizations should come in and save this woman from these people. It is callous. It is unacceptable. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you for your submission. Thank you for holding it down with us, each and every one of you. Today, we've taken on issues or topics like diasporans in Nigeria. Diaspora Nigerians sue Buhari and INEC over polls. So they are threatening and say, hold that election if we are not voting. INEC had enough time to fix us, to make it possible for us to be able to vote. Let's see how far that will go. Also, we had topics like train attack victims. The Abuja Kaduna train attack victims are not happy that the government are going about the country like nothing happened. They're saying they've not been able to get back on their feet. Some are still mentally traumatized and all that, and they are demanding compensation. Do you agree with this or not? Join us. We'll be having extensive conversations by 1 p.m. on the chat. Do want to join us today. To the gentlemen on here with me, does anybody have anything they'd like to say? All right. That being said, this is me saying goodbye to you.
To say,
Okay.
What I have to say is Happy Christmas to you all. Goodbye. See you later.
Is today your Christmas day? Brother Nice.
My Christmas don't start from today. Oh. Go reach on the 25th.
All right, brother Nice. All right, so to each and every one of you, I hope to see you by 1 p.m. Come, let's have these conversations. Nigerians will be listening, so do well to make sure you are here to say something. Okay, until then, you stay safe, you stay well. Do not forget to like this broadcast before you leave. Thank you. Stay well. Bye for now.